الفاتحة. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، بارئ الخلائق أجمعين، خالق السماوات والأرضين، ثم الصلاة والسلام على العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد، حبيب إله العالمين، أبا القاسم محمد وآل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين، لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين، أرواحنا لتراب مقدمه الفداء، الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. ولعنة الدائمة السرمدية على أعدائهم وقتلتهم وغاصب حقوقهم ومنكر فضائلهم ومناقبهم من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أما بعد، فقد قال عز من قائل: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون، أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المفلحون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. I extend my heartfelt condolences to Imam of our time, Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman alayhi salam. On the occasion of the Shahadat of his grandfather, the fourth holy Imam, Imam Zainul Abideen, alayhi afdal salati wa salam. Sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And I extend my condolences to the mu'mineen and mu'minat gathered here and worldwide. And I pray to Almighty Allah to grant us the ziyarat of the fourth Imam and A'immat Ahl al-Bayt in this world, and their shafa'ah in the hereafter. And may He hasten the reappearance of Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman alayhi salam. Sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره وشيعته ومحبيه والسائرين تحت لوائه والمستشهدين بين يديه برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. صلى على محمد. Anger is healthy and normal emotion. It's not something that is wrong or something that is bad. Anything which Almighty Allah has granted human being is all good. The only thing is that whenever it grows out of proportion or it grows out of limit, that is where it becomes detrimental and it has negative effects. Same way, like for example, we are consuming food. If we consume in the right proportion, it is healthy. But if at all we overeat, anything you overdo is detrimental, and the same way is the anger. So anger in itself is not bad. It is good and it is a right thing to have. But emotion out of control, that is the time when anger management system or the science of anger management comes into play. And you may have heard that the psychologists have mentioned two methods of anger management. One is a short-term method and another is a long-term method. And of course, in the short-term method, you know, and you may have heard that the first thing they say, if at all, you know, the count of 10, whenever you are angry, count 1 to 10. That is what they say in the short term. So what happens that when you count 1 to 10, what is the benefit of counting 1 to 10? It's nonsense, isn't it? It doesn't come into the mind. But in actual sense, it does affect you. You know how it affects you? Because when you take a break and when you count 1 to 10, you are actually taking break, you are not snapping back. That is the time you get your mind cools down, calms down, creates a poise, and then you are directing your answer in a correct direction. That is the reason of counting 1 to 10. Otherwise, it's not logical. When you are angry, you just count 1 to 10. Or, for example, they say, change your position. Say, if at all you are standing, sit down. Or if at all you are just divert yourself, drink a little water, or something like that. Just divert yourself. These are short-term methods of anger management. This science of anger management I'm discussing because this is related to the main topic of the life of the fourth Imam alayhi salatu wassalam. Because the science of anger management has been contributed by the fourth Imam's life history. He is the main contributor to the science and the psychology. So these counting 1 to 10, changing the position, these are short term. Then there are long term things. Say, for example, they say if you practice these short term methods, whenever you are angry, whenever you know you will go out of your control, and you will remember to continue the short term methods, by practice you'll become perfect. So instead of anger governing you, you will be in charge, or you will be the ruler of your own anger. And you'll master your anger. So you'll be able to control it. And that is the science of anger management. So in the long term, you may have heard, say for example, they say that in anger management, in the long term, what you do, you need to have an exit strategy. Please recite one loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. All the anger management systems are based on two things. Either it's an anger exit strategy or it is anger diversion strategy. What do I mean? What is anger exit strategy? Just to explain in simple terms. For example, you become angry, someone has said something to you and you are angry. What is the natural result? You'll just smack or you'll slap a person and you'll be satisfied, I've taken my revenge. Yes. This is an anger exit strategy where you immediately react to the anger and your anger subsides by exiting your anger onto the person who has offended you. But this is detrimental strategy. So exit strategy are of two kinds also. They are positive and they are negative also. Then there is an anger diversion strategy. What is anger diversion strategy? Say, for example, if at all you have that anger, but then you divert it in a way so that you can control it. For example, in the long-term strategies, they say, be creative. Don't remember your anger all the time. Don't carry it with you. Forget it. Let the time pass by. Let it subside. It's like a tree. If at all you feed it with water, it will become stronger. If at all you leave it, it will dry down. The same way, anger, if at all you divert it, don't feed it. Don't repeat it in your mind. This is the person, whenever the person comes in front of you, this is the person who offended me. This is the person who offended me. You'll become more and more envious towards him. You'll become angry towards him. You will break your relation with him. So don't feed anger. That's a long-term strategy. Try to forget. Try to relieve. Don't carry, there was one very simple in madrasa. They were teaching one very good example, and I need to give that example. Maybe most of your teachers have heard, and the students have also heard also in madrasa, that there was a teacher who wanted to teach anger management to the children. So he asked the children to carry some potatoes with them for so many days. And then they would carry that bag of potatoes everywhere, wherever they went. And then those potatoes started rotting. So the children asked the teacher, "Can we drop this bag?" He said, "No, you carry on, let it be with you. But now it's rotting and it's smelling." So the teacher said, the same way, if you carry your anger with you, it rots inside you and it becomes smelly. You have to throw it away. You can't keep it with you. That's a long term. So all these strategies, if you see, you will see all these have been taught by none other than our fourth Imam, Imam Zainul Abideen alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. One more loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Anger exit strategy. That is, you cannot suppress your anger for a long time. Don't think that we are so powerful that we can suppress our anger. We need to have it an exit. We need to give it an exit. There are fumes, say, for example, in your house. You'll have to open a window so that these fumes get out. Otherwise, you'll get suffocated. That is necessary. That exit strategy of anger is necessary. But there are positive methods of exit strategy. And what are the positive method of exit strategy of anger? One is, please recite one loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The positive method is when you describe how you feel. Say, for example, at home, the children were on the table, and then they abruptly get up from the table, dinner table, and you feel offended. So at that time, the parent doesn't have to be angry, but it doesn't mean that he should not mention and he should not say how he felt. He should express. That expression is necessary, because that anger, if at all you show that anger to the child, it may be detrimental. But if at all you express how you felt, the child may realize and understand that it was wrong that he has done or she has done. So that would be a corrective measure, number one, for the child. And number two, your anger will have exited whenever you talk to someone. So sometimes, when a person is in pain, what happens? He talks, he finds a person whom he can share the secret with. And then what happens after he talks to you? He says, "Mera dil halka ho gaya." What does it mean, "Mera dil halka ho gaya"? My heart has become light. I feel light. I feel as though I'm in air. Why? What happened? You were not heavy. How many kilos did you lose by just telling me? None. In physical terms, none, but whenever the anger exits, that fume exits your body by talking to someone, that is the time when you feel lighter. Anger should not be carried inside, it should have an exit strategy. And that exit strategy is shown by the fourth Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, when how he felt about the anger of what happened to his family in Karbala. He used to express himself at every level. Whenever he would see a butcher slaughtering an animal, he would stop the butcher and say, "Stop. Have you quenched the thirst of this animal?" And the butcher would say, "Ibn Rasulullah, we are Muslims. We don't kill an animal thirsty." At that time, Imam Sajjad would turn to Karbala and he would say, "But my father was asking for water and never got it." So that is the way how the fourth Imam ﷺ showed expression of how he felt of Karbala. When he was asked by Minhal, "Ya Ibn Rasulullah, isn't Shahada your inheritance? Sacrifice is your inheritance." Imam ﷺ said, "If sacrifice is the inheritance of Ahlul Bayt, is the inheritance of Ahlul Bayt that the women should be paraded without rida and they should be dishonored? Is that also our miras? Is that our inheritance also?" So he expressed that expression, what we call as Masa'ib of Karbala. So basically, Masa'ib of Karbala, the description of Masa'ib of Karbala, which we hear that Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam, wherever he went, he used to cry. Wherever he went, he used to just express his feelings and cry on Abu Abdullah al-Husayn and recite the Masa'ib of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn. This was a strategy which he was feeding into the science of anger management, which the psychologists have picked up now. This is one. This is the method of exit strategy, anger exit strategy. Then there is anger diversion strategy. Anger diversion strategy has been taught by the fourth Imam again, alayhi salatu wasalam. What is anger diversion strategy? Whenever you are angry, whenever you have some anger, it doesn't leave you until you exit it. And if at all you don't exit, you don't take the revenge, what happens? It stays inside you. It suffocates you. So what do? You divert that energy. Be more creative. They say in the long term, in anger management, they say be more creative. Do drawing, do arts. Divert yourself. Use that energy which you have and divert it. Divert your mind. Divert your thoughts. That is how you exit or divert the anger management. You divert the energy of anger. The fourth Holy Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, if you read the life history of the fourth Imam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam used to live outside Medina after Karbala. Majority of the time, you will see Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam used to live where? Outside Medina. He actually developed a village called Abwa, which is near to Medina, where after some time, his grandson, the sixth Holy Imam, was born. The sixth Holy Imam was born in Abwa. The village which was developed by whom? By the fourth Imam alayhi salatu. You may have heard that the fourth Imam alayhi salatu wasalam had so many trees, and Imam, during the day, he would recite 2 rakat namaz under every tree. You've heard that? Yes. This was where it was in the outskirts of Medina, in the village of Abwa, where Imam had a plantation or Imam had an estate where he had so many palm trees. And that is what was the diversion strategy of anger of Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam, where he used to be creative and he created a whole village instead of just being just creative on the paper. Please recite one loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam showed the anger diversion strategy and anger management strategy. But there are certain things which the psychologists have not found out as yet, which they still have to learn in the anger management, which Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam has taught extra in the anger management science. And what's that? A person would take what is the effect of anger on a person. When you are angry, either you become revengeful and you take your revenge from someone else, or either that anger kills you and you start hurting yourself. How? A pain comes, some calamity befalls, you are angry because of that calamity, because of that mishap. You may have heard people saying, I started smoking from the day I lost my job. What do you mean you started smoking after you lost your job? Because he could not forbear and he could not do sabr on that pain of losing the job. Therefore, he started hurting himself by smoking. But don't you know that smoking is detrimental to your health? Yes, I know, but what can I do? So people start hurting themselves. So the effect of anger is either you hurt yourself or either you become revengeful. Wherever you go, wherever he goes, he fights. Why? Because he has anger in his heart. So now he wants to take it out. He wants to pour it out. So he finds any target and he pours out. It happens at home also. In our homes. Are the ladies listening? I hope that the ladies are not listening. Yeah? This is between men and men talk, okay? Because I don't see the ladies, therefore I'm considering ladies are not listening. But what happens, sometimes something happens in your office, you are frustrated, you come home, and your wife has done something which is totally wrong. Or sometimes just a little salt was less in the food. What type of food is this? Now the anger has built up in the office and is coming out where? At home. Or sometimes a child, just a small child, and you just smack him. It's just natural. That happens. It's not happening only in the brown skin houses. It's happening in the white skin houses more. Yes, we have strategies. So the media is just talking that only the Asian type of communities beat their children, rather the white beat more their children than the Asian community. Anyway, that's another story in itself. We don't want to diverge into that one. Please recite one loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So the anger, if at all it remains with us, either we hurt ourselves or either we hurt someone else. We become revengeful. Both are detrimental to human society. And why does a person start hurting himself? Or why does he take revenge? Because everyone does not know or does not want to follow the science of anger management. How many of you will go, if at all you have angry or your nature is angry, or you are having anger in your nature and you know about it? Will you go to the psychologist to get the treatment? How many of us will go? 1%? Half a percentage? What about the 90% who are facing their anger and they don't know how to manage their anger? Where will they go? The science and the psychology and the science of anger management is still restrictive to 1%. And that also to the person who seeks that advice. then the psychologist can train you, and then the psychologist can help you in your anger management. But what about the millions who are not going to seek help? Then what happens to those millions and those thousands? The negative effect of anger is either they hurt themselves or either they become revengeful, which are both detrimental. Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam has given an antidote of mass cure or anger management. I'll give you an example. Our Shia community, Shia Isnashir community, in 1400 years, haven't we faced atrocities throughout our history? Haven't we been killed in every place, even now? What happens in Pakistan? What happens in India? What happens in Iraq? What happened in Iraq? In Syria? All these places, in Nigeria? Name it. What is happening to the Shia community? They have been massacred left, right, and center. Is there a media which is coming to your aid and speaking in your behalf? No. We have given sacrifices in every place, and we are still giving sacrifices. And our community has been giving sacrifices. What should happen to our community's mood? You tell me. Shouldn't we be developing anger in ourselves? Shouldn't we be developing a revengeful attitude? Shouldn't we be the people who should be taking our revenge from the people because of that anger development in us? But have you found any terrorist known in the Shia Isnashri community worldwide? No. Why? Have these people gone for anger management? Are these people not having angry attitude? Or they don't have anger in their character? They do. Then why there is no terrorist in the Shia Isnashri community? You tell me. You know why? Because of the antidote which Imam Sajjad has given in the mass anger management solution, which the scientists and the psychologists don't know about it. They'll have to learn. And what is that? That is the tears for Abu Abdullah al-Husayn alayhi salatu wasalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Majalis of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn are the only mass antidote of this community that has secured and saved this community after all the sacrifices, that even their enemy is caught and still they keep on forgiving their enemies. Why? These majalis, don't think that these majalis are just waste of time. No. You don't know what is happening in your psychology. Your brain, your heart is being softened by that one tear that falls. And you know how much it is effective? The hadith tell us that one tear that falls from your eyes in azab of Abu Abdullah al-Husayn is worth heaven, Jannah. Man baka ala al-Husayn falahu al-Jannah. What does it mean? Jannah in the akhirat only? Heaven in the hereafter when we leave this world only? Then? No. It's the heaven starting from immediately in the majlis. This is the barakah which we don't realize, which we don't know. This is the mass antidote which we are having today. And no one else knows. And there is a second thing which is a mass antidote. which Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam has left as a legacy with the science of anger management, has to learn. Why does an angry person hurt himself or become revengeful? You know why? Because he knows that the person who has hurt him or the person who has offended him will just be, he will not receive the punishment. So therefore, because you know that the person who has hurt you will not receive the punishment, you become angry and you become revengeful. But if at all you are sure that there is some power that is taking care of your enemy, then what? Won't your anger subside? And that is called Sahifat Sajjadiyah. When you place your trust in the all-powerful and say, Almighty Allah, I'm hurt, that gives you that hope and that subsides your anger. And when it subsides your anger, what happens? Because of the hope, because you know that Allah knows better ways of taking the revenge from your enemy. And He is more powerful and He is more perfect. Therefore, you have hope. Therefore, your anger will subside. That is the science of anger management. How fourth Imam Zainul Abideen alayhi salatu wassalam has taught. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. Rather, Imam Zainul Abideen alayhi salatu wassalam has gone some steps ahead of anger management. Hasin bin Namir, taken care by fourth Imam. You remember that story? You remember that historical event? Hasin bin Namir was the commander-in-chief of Yazid after Karbala. He was the killer of Ali al-Akbar, brother of Imam Zain al-Abideen. Hasin bin Namir comes as a commander to attack Makkah in the 63 Hijrah. 61 Hijrah, Hasin bin Namir kills Ali al-Akbar. 63rd Hijrah, he is the commander of Yazidi forces attacking Makkah to destroy Kaaba. This Hasin bin Namir has to run away for his life. And where does he go? He goes to Abwa. He hides his face, he covers his face. Because he knows that Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam does not refuse any beggar, any visitor. All visitors were welcome in Abwa, in the house of Imam Sajjad. This man, who is a terrorist, Imam alayhi salatu wasalam did not see that this man has killed my family. What did he do? He started serving him. But this Hasin bin Namir was covering his face all the time, so that Imam would not recognize him. After 3 days, Hasin bin Namir felt that he should tell the fourth Imam who he is. And he said, Ya Ibn Rasulullah, had you known who I am, probably you wouldn't have served me the way you are serving me. Imam said, don't think that you are hidden from me. You are Hasin bin Namir. You are the killer of my brother Ali al-Akbar. I know you from the day you entered. So Hasin bin Namir says, Ya Ibn Rasulullah, why didn't you refuse me? Why did you serve me knowing that I'm the killer of your brother and your family? And I've hurt your family. Imam said that was your attitude towards us. और ये हमारा अखलाक है और तेरा किरदार था ये हमारा किरदार है ये अहले बैत ने एंगर मैनेजमेंट की साइंस में अभी सिखाया है जो अभी साइंस ऑफ एंगर मैनेजमेंट को स्टडी करना है अभी इंक्लूड करना है मास एंगर मैनेजमेंट का अभी भी हमारे पास कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है صرف امام سجاد نے بتایا. اور امام سجاد کیوں نہ روتے؟ ہر بات پر کیوں نہ روتے؟ ہم نے تو وہ مصائب امام سجاد کے بیان ہی کہاں کیے ہیں، ہم نے بیان بھی نہیں کیے اور آپ نے سنے بھی کہاں. میرے استاد تاریخ کے، آج میں آپ کی خدمت میں وہ بات پیش کرنے جا رہا ہوں، شاید آپ نے سنی ہو تاریخ کی. میرے تاریخ کے استاد کہا کرتے تھے کہ ہم سنتے ہیں کہ امام سجاد کو بعد شہادت امام حسین زنجیر پہنائی گئی، تو ہم یہ سمجھتے ہیں جیسے ہتھ کڑی پہنائی جاتی ہے ہر قیدی کو، تو ہاتھوں میں چین پہنائی گئی تھی، ہتھ کڑی پہنائی گئی تھی، تو ایسے سامنے ہاتھ ہوں گے، امام کو ایسے چین پہنا دی، پیر میں بیڑیاں جیسے نارمل بیڑیاں ہوتی ہیں ویسے پہنا دی، اور گلے میں توق ویسے پہنا دیا. میرے تاریخ کے استاد کہا کرتے تھے کہ نہیں، ایسا نہیں تھا. اب اگر آپ میری طرف دیکھیں گے تو آپ کو محسوس ہوگا امام سجاد کو کیسے چین پہنایا تھا، کیسے زنجیر پہنائی تھی. امام سجاد علیہ السلام کا یہ ہاتھ پیچھے لے گئے تھے اور یہ دوسرا ہاتھ یوں پیچھے، اور اس طریقے سے پھر دونوں ہاتھ کو لاک کیا. آپ ذرا سا 2 گھنٹے کے لیے پہلوان سے پہلوان آدمی 2 گھنٹے کے لیے صرف ہاتھ یوں ہی رکھے، دیکھے ہاتھ کی کیا حالت ہوتی ہے. امام سجاد کربلا سے کوفہ، کوفہ سے شام، یہ تو میں زنجیر کی بات کر رہا ہوں نا. امام سجاد کے ایسے ہاتھ تھے. امام سجاد کو جب قید کیا گیا ہے تو نارمل کیمل کے اوپر اور نارمل اونٹ کے اوپر سوار نہیں کیا گیا، لیم کیمل کے اوپر سوار کیا گیا تھا. لہذا امام سجاد بیلنس نہیں کر پاتے تھے، کیونکہ اس کیمل جب چلتا تھا تو ایک پیر جب چھوٹا ہوتا تھا اس پر چلتا تھا تو امام سجاد گر جاتے تھے. ان شقیوں نے کیا کیا؟ امام کے ایک پیر میں زنجیر، اینیمل کے نیچے سے گزار کر دوسرے پیر میں زنجیر. تو اب جب امام سجاد اس حالت میں اور پیر میں زنجیر، جب اینیمل ادھر سے ادھر ہوتا تھا امام کی ہڈیاں ختم ہو جاتی. اتنا ہی نہیں، آپ نے زنجیر کا سنا ہے؟ خاردار زنجیر امام کے گلے سے گزاری گئی تھی جس کے خاردار تھی، موٹی زنجیر خاردار سپائکس والی، اس کو پہنایا گیا تھا. اور امام سجاد کو کھینچ کر ایک آدمی یہ زنجیر پکڑے ہوئے تھا. اب آپ سوچئے میرے عزیز دوستو، جب اونٹ ایسے ہوتا تھا زنجیر یہاں پر کاٹتی رہتی تھی امام سجاد کی. دن کے دھوپ میں یہ زنجیر گرم ہوتی تھی اور زخم زیادہ گہرے سے گہرا ہوتا جاتا تھا. منحال اجرکم اللہ، اجرکم اللہ، خدا آپ کو کوئی غم نہ دے سوائے غم محمد والے محمد. فاطمہ الزہرا کا یہ بیٹا جیسے رویا ہے، جس مصیبت سے گزرا ہے. امام سجاد کہتے ہیں منحال صحابی پیغمبر ہے، شام میں داخل ہوا، دیکھا شام میں عید ہو رہی ہے. شامیوں سے کہا کہ اے شامیوں، آج تو عید کا دن نہیں، یہ خوشی کاہے کی؟ تو کوئی کچھ نہیں بتاتا تھا سہیل کو. آخر سہل جب خرابے کے نزدیک پہنچا تو دیکھا ایک بزرگ ہے جو رو رہا ہے. کہا اے بزرگ تو کیوں رو رہا ہے؟ کہا کہ بس مجھ سے مت پوچھ، میری جان محفوظ رہے. سہل نے کہا میں نبی کا صحابی ہوں، تیری جان محفوظ ہے، مجھے بتا تو کیوں رو رہا؟ تو رونے والے بزرگ نے کہا میں کیوں نہ روتا، علی و بطول کی بیٹیاں باب الساعت میں ننگے چادر داخل ہوئی، ننگے سر. سہل گیا باب الساعت پر، دیکھا تو قیدیوں کا ایک مجمع ہے، ایک ہجوم. عورتیں بے کجاوا اونٹوں پر سوار ہیں اور ان کے ساتھ ساتھ کچھ نوک کے نیزے پر کچھ سر ہیں جن سروں پر سجدوں کے نشان ہیں. شامی کہتے ہیں یہ باغی ہیں، یہ مسلمان نہیں ہیں. سہل کہتا ہے یہ سجدوں کے نشان کیسے ہیں تو یہ باغی کیسے ہوئے؟ ایک سر، مگر یہ سارے سر خون اور مٹی کی وجہ سے پہچانے نہیں جا رہے تھے. لہذا سہل کہتا ہے کہ میں قیدی مرد کو دیکھا، ایک جوان کو میں نے دیکھا جو زنجیروں میں جکڑا ہوا. میں اس کے نزدیک گیا، جب بہت غور سے دیکھا تو میں نے دیکھا کہ چہرہ پہچانا ہوا ہے. میں سمجھ گئی یہ چوتھے امام ہیں. میں نے پھر بھی پوچھ لیا، میں نے کہا انت زین العابدین، کیا تم ہی زین العابدین ہو؟ کہا تم کون؟ کہا میں سہل رسول اللہ کا صحابی. تڑپ گئے امام سجاد، کہنے لگے سہل تو دیکھ رہا ہے ہمارا گھر بار لٹ گیا. سہل نے کہا کیا ہوا آقا؟ کہ دیکھ وہ سر پر نوکے نیزے پر میرے بابا کا سر ہے. اب سہل بیان کرتے ہیں جو میں چیزیں بیان نہیں کر سکوں گا، میں نہیں بیان کر سکوں گا کہ نیزوں پر کیسے وہ سر ہلائے جاتے تھے، پھر وہ نیزوں سے سر جب گرتے تھے تو کیا ہوتا تھا. یہ سجاد اپنی آنکھوں سے دیکھ رہے تھے، اور جیسے سر گرتے تھے بیویوں کی چیخ نکل جاتی تھی واہ حسینہ، اور جیسے واہ حسینہ کی صدا بلند ہوتی تھی بیویوں کے پشت پر کوڑے پڑتے تھے. سجاد دیکھتے تھے مگر سجاد کچھ نہیں کر سکتے تھے. وہ کہتے جب قاد ذلیلا فی دمشق کاننی، ارے سجاد صرف مرثیہ پڑھ سکتے تھے، کیسے ہم ذلیل ہوئے ہیں شام میں. اجرکم اللہ، جزاکم ربکم. بس چند جملے مسائب کے اور مجلس تمام. میرے عزیز دوستو، امام نے کہا سہل تیرے پاس کچھ پیسے ہیں؟ کہاں یا ابن رسول اللہ پیسے سے کیا کرنا ہے؟ کہا کہ یہ جو سرہائے شہداء ہے یہ بیویوں کے درمیان ہے، اگر ان سر اٹھانے والے نیزے والوں کو پیسے دے کر کہو یہ ذرا آگے ہو جائے تو نامحرم کی نگاہ ہماری بیویوں پر نہ پڑے. سہل کہتا ہے کہ میں نے پیسے دیے ان نیزہ برداروں کو، انہوں نے سر وہ آگے لے کے گئے. پھر میں مولا کے پاس آیا، میں نے کہا یا ابن رسول اللہ اور کوئی خدمت؟ کہا سہل کچھ کپڑا ہے تیرے پاس؟ کہا مولا کیا کرنا ہے کپڑے سے؟ کہا میرا گلا بہت زخمی ہو گیا ہے، زنجیر کے خار میرے زخم کے اندر پیوست ہو رہے ہیں، تھوڑا سا کپڑا اس زنجیر کے نیچے رکھ دے. سہل کہتا میں نے اپنا امامہ پھاڑا اور میں نے اب جو زنجیر اٹھائی ہے امام کی گردن سے تو تازہ خون بہنے لگ گیا. شاید یہی وجہ تھی جب امام آزاد ہو کے مدینہ پہنچے، محمد حنفیہ نے سجاد کو دیکھا، پہلی مرتبہ گلے میں باہیں ڈال دی. امام سجاد نے جلدی سے ہاتھوں کو الگ کیا، چچا جان میرا گلا زخمی ہے چچا. ابھی تو میں نے آپ کی خدمت میں بیان ہی نہ کیا، میں نے تو صرف سجاد کی زنجیر کی بات کہی ہے، میں نے تو کوئی اور بات نہیں کہی. میں نے بچوں کے تماچے جب لگتے تھے تو وہ بات نہیں کہی. جب بچوں کے تماچے لگتے تھے تو بچے سجاد کو دیکھتے تھے. اے سجاد، اور سجاد کے ہاتھ بندھے ہوئے تھے، کچھ نہ کر سکتے تھے، مگر اتنے زخمی تھے امام سجاد، اتنے زخمی تھے امام سجاد. 34 ایئرز یا 32 ایئرز کربلا کے بعد زندہ رہے ہیں چوتھے امام. مگر جب آج کی رات کو جب پانچویں امام چوتھے امام کو غسل دیتے تھے تو بار بار غسل دیتے تھے، پھر غسل چھوڑ دیتے تھے. سر کو پانچویں امام دیوار پہ رکھ کر روتے تھے، بابا سے بلند سینے پر ہاتھ مار کے کہتے تھے واہ حسین. لوگوں نے پوچھا کیا ہوا یا ابن رسول اللہ، اتنا آپ نے کیوں گریہ کیا؟ کہا کہ میں نے وہ زنجیروں کے کاٹ و نشان، وہ کوڑوں کے نشان ابھی بھی میرے بابا کے جسم پہ تھے. یا امام صبر کیجئے، پانچویں امام بڑے صابر ہیں مولا. پانچویں امام نے بہت صبر کیا، مگر پانچویں امام نے غسل دیا اپنے بابا کو، کفن دیا اپنے بابا کو، اس مظلوم بابا کو، مگر پھر اس کے بعد پورا مدینہ امنڈ کیا گیا. کیا کرنے کے لیے؟ جنازہ اٹھانے کے لیے. امام سجاد کا جنازہ بڑی شان سے مدینے میں اٹھا، جا کے بقیع میں دفن ہو گیا. آج بھلے سجاد کی قبر کے اوپر دیا نہیں جلتا، مگر جب جنازہ اٹھا تھا تو امام باقر کو مدینے والے پرسہ دینے آئے تھے. بڑی شان سے جنازہ اٹھایا تھا، بڑی شان سے دفن ہوا تھا، مگر ہائے سجاد اپنے بابا کو دفن نہ کر سکے. ایسی حالت تھی نہ جیسے اپنے آپ کو گرا دیتے تھے. اے میرے بابا، کیسے وہ بیٹا زندہ رہے جو اپنے بابا کو نہ غسل دے سکتا ہے نہ کفن دے سکتا ہے. امام سجاد کا تابوت آ رہا ہے، استقبال